I can barely see this myself, but I planted this rose last year. I need to do a little bit of pruning, but if the goats keep getting out, I won't have to do any pruning at all. But you can see this is the end of February. They've already eaten it a couple times. And I've already got new growth on this rose, along with all the other roses that I have. So I've got to work on keeping them pinned up because they're little escape artists. The bottom of my camellia bush. They leave the petals on the ground and eat the rest. And the top is nice and pretty. And I don't know if you can hear the bees or not, but there are honeybees everywhere. They love the bottom of this bush. Let's see what's going on in the garden. Let me walk around this side of the pole where it's easier to step over the electric fence. Irish potatoes are coming up. Still have a few winter weeds. I'll let those potatoes finish sprouting a little bit, and then I'll come along and hand weed in between. And then I'll get down the sides with the hoe. And then I'll probably put it'll be time to put some fertilizer to them. And as you can see here, some English peas coming up. They're starting to sprout nicely. I pulled some weeds between the onions earlier. They're starting to bulb up, so I need to come through with the hoe and finish taking the weeds out from the sides and start pulling the dirt away from the bulbs so that they'll get nice and big. These collards, oh, they've about had it. The chickens did a number on some, and as I was mentioning, spring is here, starting to bolt. What's left of my turnips. Got a few nice ones. The chickens just saw me pull it up and they're running to the gate like they're going to get it. That pretty good, Billy? Paula, you want to try a bite? Get you a bite. Billy, are you going to eat the root, or am I going to have to pick that up and toss it to Patty? See this nice big yellow flower right here. The mustard's bolting too. Let's shake that dirt off of it. I fertilized that dirt. I'm keeping it. Well, see, y'all don't want the root. Oh, before I walk over and give this to Patty, the purple onions, doing pretty good. Time to pull the dirt away from them too. But just one afternoon, the chickens, boy, they tore into my cabbage. Which this ground is so poor, and it hadn't been used in many years other than just for grass and lawn. I've got a lot of work to do for it because those cabbage heads should be twice that size. If you can see these, we got some beets coming up. Oh, what's this? I don't think that's a carrot. I didn't plant them there. I planted carrots here. Carrots and radishes, so it's a little bit early for them to be coming up. A few more days. But I noticed that my row of beets stopped halfway down. And I've got little rabbit tracks, or either little cat tracks, I can't tell. But my beets stopped right there, and the end of the row was down there. Not sure what's going on. But these just sprouted up in the last day and a half, so we'll give them some time. A little bit of last year's yard grass still living. Let's get that pulled up. It's already rained on me twice today and wasn't supposed to rain, but calling for rain tomorrow. So now that we've seen this, I've already given Patty a few collards today. Let's see if I can find a few more turnip roots in here. There's a good size one. That'll be a small mouthful for her. And I've given the chickens some mustard greens. This collard ain't gonna be worth picking, or this one. I planted garlic in the fall, and it's doing excellent. And I may have just stepped on it, but I planted a few bulbs in this little area right here. Just last week, here's one of them, I believe, coming up. Yep, there's one sprouted. I'm going to compare to see how well the ones in the fall do compared to the ones planted in the spring. I've got to go over this a couple more times with the tiller, but I've been waiting for it to rain to let those weeds sprout. Come on, girl. Who says I don't care for you and love you, huh? I figured you'd go for that turnip first because you didn't have the dog's beta collards. You're waiting on the regular feed. You're waiting on grain, I know. It's not time yet. Afternoon feeding comes later. But I got a pretty good bit still left over that I haven't tilled under, and more sprouting in this area. It never got tilled last year. Those goats have confiscated an old sweet feed bag. And they've been eating it. Go ahead, eat it. It's fine with me. I've got no problems with it. I still haven't finished the chicken pen yet, but I've got the post up, and every time I go to pull the wire up and start tacking it, here comes the rain on me. I started on it earlier today, and it started to rain on me. Now it's not raining, but I guarantee you if I walk over there and I touch that wire, it's gonna rain. Never fails. And those chickens see me, and they're all down here crowded at the end of the coop, just waiting. You've had your morning feed, girls. And what few guys there are in there. That fry pan special that was supposed to be all roosters. Bunch of them not roosters. Well, that's what's happening on the farm now. Spring is finally here. I'll be planting corn in about another 3 weeks at the latest. I'll be planting squash and cucumbers by the 1st of April. Are you photobombing me, Billy? Girl, what are you doing? You know you my favorite girl, because you're the only one that'll let me touch you. Everybody else, both the other two, just stand there and look at me. You always blowing in my ear. It only works if you're a human girl. You don't understand that, do you? They aggravate the hell out of me, but I don't know what I'd do without them. These goats give me so much amusement. Most people complain about cat tracks on the hood of their car. I complain about hoof tracks on the hood of my car because they're always on top of my car. They love climbing on it. I see you, girl. You're hoping I open up this back door and I let you in there where that bag of feed is, and it ain't happening because morning feed is over. You guys have been out of the gate all day. You've had plenty of time to go over there in those bushes and eat all you want. So until next time, guys, this is Morgan with Agape Farms.